Oh, Dave,
It's tabletop time.
You're just not joining us for this one.
Tabletop time? No, I was doing a thing where I'm like, it's tabletop time. You surprised me. It was beautiful. It was a good moment. Thank you. Cool.
I thought,
I saw that coming.
you just seemed distracted looking over at what's on your screen there.
I was enamored with it. You could say I was kind of getting very. It's just a little bit of Legend Keeper.
Is it bloody? Give me a bloody.
Oh, what?
Oh, there it is. Are we allowed to see that?
Yeah, you can see this one. I want to talk about Legend Keeper, which is the campaign management tool I use for LUCEVERA and my other campaigns. And before we used it for Pokemon, it has so many useful features. I keep my session notes in here. So in here, you can see this is episode 1's notes. This is sort of the plans and what I thought might happen or what happened. That's you're allowed to see it. Now, if I shared this with you, and you can, with Legend Keeper, if you've got a subscription, you can make your campaign, but you can share it with multiple people to view. And they don't need subscriptions to view it. So if I shared this with you, you'd have access to all my articles, but anything in these purple secret boxes, you can't see, which is super cool. So I can plan my sessions, I can share the world with you, and
let people keep up to date with the world itself, but let you, as a creator of worlds, keep the things close to your chest you want.
Absolutely.
Keep the
It is extremely easy to use and manage. We can go all the way over to Alagrana. I love showing off Alagrana. We've got our districts, the Guild Ward, which every single week, more and more venues, more and more places get added to. Wow.
Do you import these photos into there and then put?
Yes, you can import any images you want
nice.
into the program. If you make them, if you hand draw them, you can bring them in.
Articles like auto-magically link to each other as you write them, so you don't have to like manually tether stuff. It just sort of all connects.
If you visited the Apothecary House, it pops up over on the right, and I could write down here as my session notes, sort of like session 4. That's today's session. You can't see that off on the left. Let's go big, even though we're crunky. Crunky?
Jem,
I don't know what that means. I could link session 4. And I could go
Jen.
in session 4. Lorenzo visited and met Marco. And then that is a little note in there. But
coming up this episode? Because
maybe
we're up to session 4.
And then it would link to session 4. Oh, the secret's in there.
Oh my god.
Okay, I don't know, but it's that easy to link articles, to keep track of things. It can allow you to connect all those places on your map. So if you're wondering, how to build stories, how to create worlds, how to connect everything, a Legend Keeper is my go-to. Give it a shot. You get, if you use the code Tabletop Time.
Yes, use the code.
You get 30 days free, which if you subscribe, that adds to your free trial of 14 days, 44 days total.
Wow, what an explosion of a deal. Sorry, I just have a new sound
I
effect.
have to become Geordie LaForge to comprehend the marvels in front of me.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad Jen liked it. Thank you for
sponsoring our series and for making an awesome piece of an awesome tool anyone can use now.
We're such nerds.
To make worlds come to life.
I never thought I'd grow up and become a trekker.
We are here because we're nerds.
Well, you know what? Let's nerd out with episode 4.
Let's
nerd out. That's such a cool podcast name. I just want to say.
I thought LUCEVERA Tabletop
adults
Roleplay.
there minding
That's a better podcast name.
Yeah, how the camera was set up.
That's a better podcast name. Listen to our podcast. All right, let's get to it.
In the previous session, our players introduced themselves because they didn't in the intro. Who are you all?
Oh yeah, I'm Jazza.
Oh, we do that now.
Yeah,
Oh.
We're people who've.
You were too busy making fun of Dave for actually doing things.
Yeah.
So in the last episode, I Jazza.
I Jennifer.
Hi, Murray.
L.
Do we need to say our character names?
Yeah, no. I played Lorenzo.
Oh, played Leone. Oh my god.
Sorry.
This is a terrible way to do it.
I played Bianca.
Yeah.
Now we're all going to switch characters for this episode.
And there was a bunch of fun that happened as they went to the town of Blavium.
It's in an episode that you can go watch
In episode 3.
now.
And the brief recap is we've investigated Blavium, found some strange occurrences involving some missing bodies, but then the group found some leads from a drunk French man, he was a Luciferan, but he had a French accent. And he was drunk, and he said some idiot tradesman or courier had taken this cart down an old dirt road that they shouldn't have gone down. And the party have gone and investigated. And upon finding the cart, have found some dentally challenged humans with very yellow looking skin and with pus coming out of all their orifices, eating blue vitriol crystals, and it's not going so well for them. But as Arvin walked closer to investigate, one turned around and they have both suddenly lunged into what seems to be a violent surge of action.
Egad.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Gazooks.
It looks like you're running at them.
He's like, look, I have a bottle.
Do you have water, man? Good luck. What have you done? You're the squishy one. We've never done combat before.
Welcome to the first combat of LUCEVERA. And not only that, it's kind of the first combat of the alpha of Gateway Roleplay.
Yeah.
So, everyone, are we ready?
Get your
As
dice.
ready as we're going to be.
Hold on to your
Now, if
Too
you
late to
hands.
say no.
Well, you can opt out of living if you'd like to.
Option of living.
So, we commence combat.
Let's do it.
And in our combat sequence, I believe the monsters move first.
Yeah.
Gasp.
I need my
So
cheat sheet. Where's my cheat sheet?
We have previously, in other settings, used hexes, hypothetical spaces, and
This
in
one?
this,
Can steal that.
we are currently playtesting
Borrow.
in LUCEVERA, effectively translating that to inches and measurements. So each of these choleric walkers has a chance to move short range, which they will do. And I can just rotate the scene slightly.
So it's
Right back.
3 inches is a movement. in our
Currently, yeah.
current system. Yeah. Right within range. Man, you're in trouble. Not within range of that one?
Yeah, it's totally within, because it has to be within 1 inch. He doesn't have to be adjacent. He just has to be close.
Oh, I see.
So even if technically,
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Makes total sense.
Speak.
all right, you guys
Oh, boy.
all have the opportunity to move now in any order.
Okay.
There ain't no initiative.
So in this moment, we've walked in to this glade.
Yeah.
Arvin's walked in.
Yeah,
And we've got these like goobers who are like just going at him.
yes,
but
so
we don't
it's
know
It's all
what they
happened
are.
very suddenly. So as you've walked into this glade, the three of you have stood back, and Arvin
Scuba
sort of
time.
you'd suggested, based off my recollection at the end of last episode, you'd suggested that Arvin, being the alchemist, should go forth and investigate the cart. He sort of walked, 10 meters in front of you, and then he sort of said, "Hey, hello."
Yeah,
and
I
then
heard the
crunching.
crunching of all the theoretically precious vials or materials or whatever.
And then these very strange, sickly-looking figures have turned around, like screamed with blood and spittle and pus-filled roars, and just charged at Arvin.
I thought they were endearing Simpsons characters. They weren't.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're just moving
it's
now,
the
right?
movement. So, would you like to move?
I would like to move.
Can I use at some point? I'm not sure if it takes like my action or my turn to speak to these strange-looking, sickly people.
You can always attempt to speak. Yeah,
Yes,
it doesn't use
at
an
the
action.
Movements.
But any time.
Okay, I'm going to say, Halt, in the name of the Cavaliers of the Crown.
And in response, is
That is
thrown
very
back your way.
rude.
Would you like to move?
Yes, I will move closer.
Okay.
Look, you gave me your best. I appreciate it.
hey,
Is this
she's got to announce that she's a Cavalier. No, I'll go on the other side.
on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna leave.
Well, I tried speaking to them, it didn't work, and I
That's
left.
all my expertise.
Are you
Gone.
moving?
I will not move.
You will not move.
No.
We have. I'm just gonna move this. Lean this tree back. Oh, there you go. I can turn the table. There you go.
Oh, how the turntable.
I will
Okay.
also not move because I am now locked in combat.
That is correct. So we now move on to the action step, and the players have the first chance to start an action chain, and it's up to you to kind of decide between you who'd like to do
goes
that.
first?
I'm happy to go first.
I think
'cause
you're simple.
Well, hang
Yeah.
on. Really?
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
I already
Oh,
know.
'cause you're not
I already-
targeting someone.
Yeah, I already know what.
So that's a chain of action
Yeah,
closed.
it's a complete one.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to set up my arbalest, please.
Okay, can you describe what Leone does? No one's seen this thing.
Yeah.
Describe it. What is
So,
happening?
Basically, she pulls this giant thing that looks a lot like an easel from her back and puts it on the ground, starts setting it up, twisting the knobs, adjusting it, and has a giant, arbalest in front of her that she's going to try and shoot and loads it up ready for the next shot.
Is that all part of the one?
Set up as an entire turn.
Yeah, you don't
Set
load
up.
it yet.
Yeah.
You've just set it up.
Oh, sorry, yes.
So
That's
this is the strange invention that was requested by Libero Leonardi to be tested by Leone. I don't imagine this was how he envisaged it.
No,
but this to the lay people, it basically looks like a massive crossbow on like a tripod or an easel frame, but rather than being hand drawn, there's like a hand crank that brings back the bow, the string. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So the way the chain of action system works in Gateway Roleplay is, in this instance, players get to go first, but because Jen hasn't targeted someone, they're not pulled into the chain. Therefore, that loop is closed. Now we start a new one, and the players again go first. So between the three of us...
Sorry, the giant crossbow on the screen is so terrifying. It's just like,
it's great.
I'm Leon. I'm Leon.
Like 1 second later, we all turn around like just this teenager like, ah!
Let me cranking things and like setting them up.
A bad shot.
Cool. I would like to request going first with a cry of, "They seem to have lost themselves!" And I'm going to quickly rifle through my satchel at my side and pull out a couple of vials quickly, like pulling out the corks and stoppers with my teeth.
Nice.
And I'm going to, of all things, combine a couple of them and throw them at the rapidly approaching enemy.
Okay, which one would you like to pick?
I'm going to go for the unrefined reagent and the materia reactant, my 2 zero-cost cards.
All right, and now it is time for me to reveal a piece of information to you. So as Arvin is pulling out these stoppers, almost unbidden, there is an element of revulsion. You as a man of science are aware that there are things happening in front of you you kind of don't want to touch. You don't want them to get on you. There is a sort of bodily revulsion, and that takes effect from the ability on these creatures. So they have a trait called repulsive, and it says the first time an enemy, any enemy or them, so when enemies become within close range, so basically the melee adjacent range, they suffer -1 to their combat roll for 1 round. So, and it basically...
Just per combat.
Yeah.
So just the first round that they're within range.
It's the first round you're within range with them, you suffer -1, then you adjust to the repulsiveness of it.
Yeah, it's like the shock of it.
Yeah, exactly.
The initial
So which one were you attacking, sorry?
Let me see. I'm going to say...
The one nearest the cart or nearest the rest of the group?
Probably the one to my left, like the one closest to the cart.
Cool.
Because it looks like it's sort of beeline straight at me.
Yeah.
You're face to face.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So with my little combination of things, my little yin and yang abilities, it's just no bonuses. So it's going to be...
But you don't roll it just yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So because I don't get to know your results.
Declaring.
So basically you've declared your target, which has now brought them into the chain of action. So they now respond. So the cleric walker that you are in particular throwing something at basically reels back and it looks like it's about to throw up on you. So it's going to be using bilious vomit.
I mean, same, but there's no need to follow through.
And now...
Was it the cart one?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that both targets have opted to declare each other, that could be a close chain of action. However, we only roll once, which means if anyone else would like to target anyone else in that chain, now you declare it at the end.
So
and then we will roll.
Arvin or the choleric walker near the cart?
Yes.
So do you or I want to target either of those? I'm going to charge this guy, so no.
I think I might. If I charge, can I make it to the one Arvin's attacking?
Can
no,
you
no,
use
not
it?
this turn.
Because I have a.
But you can still move.
You can charge. You can use charge just for movement.
Is Al within short range? Is the question.
Of one of them.
Yes.
Oh, actually, yes. I'd say that's a both.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm going to use fleche.
Okay.
Flecky.
You're going to use that on one of them, on the one that targeted Murray.
Yes.
Okay.
It costs
Fleche.
me 3 spirit.
Ooh.
And it lets me move a step closer to the target, but critical fail to my defense this round.
Okay. So, because we do a back and a forth. Now, anything that your card says in the top, you do immediately before rolling.
Yes, so I move closer.
So you move
to
now.
The target.
Now that you've declared, you immediately move.
Okay.
Because that then
you
affects
want to
who.
give me my
Well, it can-
negative.
You're in here.
Now, I believe this one is the one vomiting on Arvin, right?
Yes.
The one
One
that's
closest to the
Yeah.
cart.
Yep.
The cart.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at this stage now, I I'm picking. The other cleric walker is going to use a reckless attack on Arvin.
Uh-oh.
And now you're charging, right?
Oh,
This is now in the combat.
Yeah, now I'm in.
Cool.
Yep.
This is going to take a little getting used to, and it's playtesting. We might change it in the future, but we want to give it a full try. It has potential to be really
We
cool.
also are slowly explaining it at each point at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll
get the hang of it.
Yeah, we're learning along the way as well.
So, you're going to charge as well, so you move, because that's what charge does.
Yep. I'm in here.
Okay. Now, we're all going to be rolling, and it's best to just resolve that starting with the people initially involved in the combat, but we
Except
only
me.
roll once. So, bilious vomit is -1 to combat roll. And I'm targeting Arthur.
You go ahead, you
Cool.
guys.
I have 6 dice because of your thing.
Shoot them in the eye.
I have 3 successes.
I have the worst news.
You rolled like
Oh, no!
I rolled
my
5
goodness.
successes on 5 dice,
Critical success.
which is a critical success for monsters, which means not only is this going to hit you,
Oh, no.
but it also has break 1. I believe that's
Yeah.
and your charging
Sweeping
attack, your flesh
success.
share,
How many successes?
you got 5 out of 5.
Yeah, wow, okay. Cool. So, +1 pure damage.
Oh, is that
we
what?
didn't do break
okay,
1.
pure
yeah.
damage instead.
Can we please go back to break 1?
I rolled 1 success on my 6 dice,
Pow,
but
pow.
I also rolled 2 critical fails, which minuses 1 to my defense this round. So I got 0.
Okay.
Starting strong.
spectacular stuff.
My rolls are back.
well, the critical fails don't reduce your 6. Oh no,
They
did they in
do
this one?
in my card.
So, we're all -1 to
Yeah.
our rolls this round,
No,
right?
to your defense, not to your CR. So it means if you get attacked, your
Oh,
defense.
I feel like that's maybe worse.
It depends because nothing's
Okay.
targeting you, so
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah.
You're using me as a convenient meat
Oh,
shield.
thank
So
you.
now
Thank you.
the
So welcome.
You really honor the Cavalier's role. You really embrace
We're
this.
all -1 immediately, right?
Wait
So
till I
we've all
lose my
just run
face.
in and together. We're like,
It's not your faith.
We were not prepared for this level of vile.
yes. So your roll.
yep. For my, there's random dice in here.
Just keep this.
For my charge, which is combat roll 7 -1, and I got 1, 2, 3.
And the choleric walker got only 2.
Yes.
Now, the good news is it also used reckless attack, so it has -1 defense. So
Nice.
now we resolve some damage stuff. Let's start with Arvin. Arvin, you got hit with bilious vomit. Bilious vomit does 3 damage plus 1 pure damage, which goes straight through your armor. If you do have armor,
No.
so you take 4 damage.
All right.
I have worse news for you. It has poison 1.
Goodness.
Oh,
You're now poisoned. So basically, this choleric walker,
The tree knocked him out.
Killed one of
One
them.
dead, yes.
with such an effective attack, I'm going to say, as disgusting as it is, as Arvin was shouting these, you said, they've lost themselves. As you say they've lost themselves, it vomits directly into
No.
your face. Projectile vomits of this like acidic, blue-tinged, blood-filled, bile-filled, straight into
Not the
Arvin's.
healer.
Oh, I don't like this. I
now-
need a bath and an adult.
Now, poison 1 means you have -1 to everything. Sorry, rolls. All your rolls have -1 now.
And I lose 1 health.
Not from poison. No.
Not from poison.
It's not Pokemon.
Wait, all his rolls for the rest of combat?
Yes. Poison is
my
the worst status
goodness.
effect you can be hit with. Now, the other fellow, you did a nice little bit of damage
Yay!
to.
I do 5 damage.
5 damage.
Yeah.
And your hammer smashes into the side of this woman who buckles sideways a little bit. You hear cracking as some ribs go in the chest.
And immediately I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I just lost 66% of my health.
Oh my goodness. If only
guess
we
what?
had a healer.
Arvin, are you okay?
Round 2.
Yeah, role play. We can talk.
Oh, that smells disgusting. What is this?
It tastes worse.
Oh. I'm like fanning my hat.
What has happened to these things? If they are infected,
These people.
Lucky you don't have germ theory.
then you will
You
be
would know,
fine.
no, you would know sickness can
Yeah,
spread, and
yeah.
someone who's sick vomiting in your mouth is probably like a bit of an ick.
How do you
Oh
feel?
boy.
Terrible.
We should leave him. No, I'm kidding.
Arvin, step back out of harm's way.
Can I do that?
You can use
In the
withdraw in your
next round. Yeah.
And we start with the next round. And in movement, none of the monsters are going to move as they're both in close range. Anyone else going to
I
move?
also do not move.
I don't think we
not
can.
Going to move.
Cool.
I'm
So the
stuck.
movement is resolved and it's up to the players to start a combat chain.
How
Leone,
injured-
would you like to describe
Oh,
and
yeah,
play
yeah,
through
yeah.
what's happening?
Leone quickly pulls one of the bolts that's on her back and loads it into her Everlast. Pulling back the still cranking back the little crank.
Does she say anything or is she just silent?
She's just hurrying at this point, really.
There's no exclamations of shock.
No, she's too focused.
Okay.
Too focused.
Bit of flop sweat? Okay. Who would like to go next?
Me.
Yeah, I'd get back if I were you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to
Get back.
withdraw.
You're going to be
movement?
using withdraw. So no,
Move one
withdraw
step,
doesn't move.
apparently.
Oh, you have to.
And it's it's the end of the round, right?
Yep, at end
It's after
round.
a roll.
Yeah.
I am going to use hold focus.
So the important point here.
Yes.
Now I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
let you roll this back because we've said that you can pick to start a combat chain first. Now, if Murray chooses to withdraw and nothing chooses to engage him, then the monsters get to activate next and attack someone. Which means if Al, you want to use
Yeah.
hold focus, which is something that takes combat priority, you would want to go before Murray, so that you you draw them in. Because if Murray's just using withdraw, he can do that at any point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So because he's withdrawn, I shouldn't use hold focus.
No. You should go before him. So Murray shouldn't but go first if he's going to withdraw. Because as soon as he does that, he's
Yeah.
like passing your party's priority onto the
Yeah.
monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why we're all declaring first
Which means-
before it happens, right?
No, we take it in turns. So Murray picked what he was doing. That's his chain of action.
Oh, so he's finished.
So
And they can target Murray.
because they can target Murray. Does
Yeah.
that sort of make sense? You
So
can
even
only
though
ever
he's
target.
not targeting them. He's in the chain. Anyone else?
But I want to stop them from.
So you need to go
targeting him.
before Murray.
Yeah.
Because if Murray acts
How
and
do
they
I do
had,
that? I
you
just talk over him next time and be like,
you-
I'm going to go
No,
first.
we
You
just
just
talk
talk
about
about
it. as a
it.
group.
Oh, okay.
So the idea being,
no.
you
We're
can
all still
only
learning the rules, so
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
be able to say, "Hey, why don't I go first?" So that
Okay.
whenever a chain of action is initiated,
Yeah.
if and resolved, anything on the board that wants to be involved in that in any way needs
Yeah.
to declare. So by
Okay.
Murray putting his hand up, that means he is now opening the door to anything that wants to engage him.
Okay.
Whereas if you initiate something with an ability that forces them to engage you, for example,
Yeah.
We might kill him.
then they can't. When Murray does use withdraw, they can't attack him because they've already.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just have to say to Murray, let me go first.
Hey, I want to go first. Yeah.
Let me do it.
No. Go for it. Go for it.
You should get back, Arvin. And then I will use hold focus.
Oh, hold fuck is what you just said.
Hey, you didn't have to draw attention to it. It could have been
It was too funny. It was too funny not to.
fine.
If we're going to get demonetized, we may as well double down. Sorry. Hold focus, one
Like
spirit.
Marcus.
Ta-
It's just a different fantasy name.
Also, I know it might be a little, because this is a brand new game for everyone as well. I think it's worth everyone reading out their card for people the first
Yeah.
time you use it.
Sure, that
That's a
would
good
make
point.
sense.
Hold focus says, but hold focus doesn't actually do what we thought it, what I thought it might have. But its target suffers -1d6 to CR next round if they target anyone other than you. So it incentivizes them targeting you,
Yeah.
which it will.
Sweet.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm penalizing them for going for someone else.
so you
Going, you have attacked a citizen of Allegrano.
and in
Stop.
in response, the choleric walker that you sort of get in front of and waggle your sword around turns towards you, and it is going to recklessly attack you.
Ooh.
Now, the one next?
Okay,
to-
yeah.
Is anyone else involved in these two? With these two?
Not me, no.
Murray?
No, he's
not.
separate. He'd be withdrawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're targeting one of the walkers. It's targeting you. The other
Okay.
one isn't going to target you, and no one else is targeting the walker. So,
So it's
we
you
just
two.
roll.
And I get my full dice back.
You get your full dice now.
Don't roll good again, Dave.
I rolled 2 6s,
No. So did I.
and you rolled a 4 though.
3.
So you beat it.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay, how much damage did you do?
3.
3 damage.
Yes.
You You can describe it. Yeah, you
would
stick your
like
rapier in
to-
it.
Almost, she kind of almost puts her arm out in front of where Arvin is retreating, and then just does a nice little stab on the side. She's not going for a kill, but she's
Avoiding
going for
organs.
a warning.
You take
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
And you know, the weirdest thing is it doesn't even seem to flinch. It's just like in and out.
I'll watch its eyes.
And is that the first?
Spooky.
Is that the first person you've ever stabbed?
Maybe.
I think it's worth. I also, you know what I
That's
think?
why she's watching the eyes. She wants to see the reaction.
What I think's really kind of funny and cool is that, like,
The others don't know that.
you know, the biggest thing as a group we're going to be practicing is combat roleplay.
Yeah.
We never do combat,
Yeah.
and we're going to be doing more combat than we ever usually did. So, like, let's
Yeah.
get used to combat roleplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's
Cool.
trying to be very professional.
Yep.
And yeah, that's why she's going for a warning strike.
I
I
think
like
a
it.
good place for that is probably like between the chains closing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, and you guys have rolled.
That's done.
I'm
Yeah.
attacked.
Lorenzo's going to step in, knowing that we're all sort of saying, "Arvin, get back, get back."
Yep.
So Lorenzo intends to come in and I want to knock out this. Do you mind if I go first?
I do not at all.
Well, Mari really should go last.
I want to step in and attack the other
Yep. The female.
Poxwalker. What was it? Choleric
Walker.
And I'm going to use my 3-spirit ability called Knockout, which has no change to my combat roll, but gives me +1 weapon damage and is a non-lethal attack. And as a pacifist, which is one of my negative feats,
But it costs 3 spirit. doesn't
costs
it?
3 spirit,
Yeah, it's like quite
but it also
expensive.
means it gives me the ability to end their
finish
ability. Yeah, to
creatures,
finish
yeah.
someone off. Otherwise,
But
I can't.
non-lethally.
Yeah. I should ask, how does it work if I don't know their health and then I do an attack that might finish them off? It just
I will reduce. It will. The wording on it is you can never reduce them below 1. So
Okay.
you would do all the damage up until 1. And the way that would narratively represent it is your character pulling their blow, basically
okay.
going
So
and like
you
getting
would
nervous.
Say they would have died except for your
Except
hesitation.
you pulled you saw that they were, at the last minute you realized you were going to kill them and
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is after that nasty hit to the ribs, the female cleric walker turns towards you and almost like reflexively swinging from its abdomen being crushed, lets out a torrential pile of vomit in your direction. And now we roll.
No, thank you.
1.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So that's 6 non-lethal damage. I knocked the table and I wrecked the camera.
6 damage.
6.
How do you do
Because it's
6
+1.
damage?
Because it's a 3-spirit
But
ability.
how do you even do 5 damage?
Yeah.
The weapon.
If you got the tier 2 weapon.
Yes.
Your weapon is 5
He's got the tier 2 weapon. He's done that
I have a
build.
tier 2 weapon.
Yeah.
I
How much
do
damage
3
does it do?
damage.
3 damage.
That's crazy.
Yes.
He does have a
He is a
hammer.
2-handed.
Yeah.
And has no pierce. So
Oh,
your
pierce goes through armor.
pierce
doesn't it?
ignores armor. So you're going to be better at armored opponents.
Yeah.
Whereas this is exactly the opponent a hammer user wants to fight.
Oh, yeah.
That might sound weird to
Ex-citizens.
people who know weapons. Hammers can permanently destroy armor, though, whereas the rapier just sort of slips in
Just
the gaps.
ignores them.
Yeah, just ignores a little bit. It doesn't ignore all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a massive smash into the side of this cleric walker,
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. No, don't
You
kill
don't
it.
Come on,
kill it.
Jazza.
Oh my god.
I'm saying that, but Lorenzo's
Jazza?
like, I'm so sorry.
there is a massive like clap, and it's almost like a echoing like as it hits this head, and there's a brief moment where the eyes go cross-eyed and a bit more of this brown like slowly sludge blood comes out of its nose and ears, and then it keels over and just falls backwards with a flop.
Yay.
Did you kill him?
I don't know. I hope not. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oven, get back.
Oven,
Spit
what
it
would
out.
you like to
Spit
do?
it out.
I'm going to withdraw.
Okay, and as there's no one that can roll against you, you can just withdraw.
Yeah,
you
which
don't need
as
to
we
roll.
stated, it's
You-
the end of the combat,
Yep.
end of the round.
And you go back.
So the withdraw does involve it's a defensive roll, increases your odds of not taking damage. But if there's no one to make you roll, no need to roll.
Automatically succeed.
At the beginning of the next round, would anyone like to move?
No, I'm good.
Jen's excited.
yeah, I know.
Leone, I have a feeling you should say something along the lines
Yeah,
of like,
this is like-
clear the path.
Say hello to my big ass friend.
Oh, are we in shooting range?
Potentially.
You might want to rotate that bad boy a little bit to face the target. No, the actual weapon.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not shooting Lorenzo.
Where am I?
Is anyone moving was the question.
Perhaps you should move.
Because you can move again, Arvin. It's the movement step.
You're testing it now. I know.
I'm going to say, I would move. I'd say I'd like jump over the body and end up like
come around that
beside
side.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, hope she doesn't
I'm
miss.
going to move directly towards me.
Does she have scatter?
Anyway, so you're going to move directly to... Yep, cool.
Where are you going?
I'll withdraw.
That's a combat action, so you can't move.
Okay,
Can't move if you're close.
Oh, yeah.
With this movement step.
I would like to withdraw before you fire things at me.
Action step.
I'd still like to move
Oh, Mario
towards
wants
me.
to.
Thank you.
Okay. Who would like to open a chain of action first?
I'd like to withdraw, if that's
I-
okay.
I mean, it's all,
But I have a chance of shooting someone in the head, so I can move and then attack once.
You could move, but then you couldn't fire your weapon.
Sorry, I mean,
Yeah.
someone else can move.
It's not going to matter because withdraw happens at
I
the end
think
of round.
do what you're here to
I want to hear Leone.
do. We don't know that it
I
has
want
a
to get some
chance.
Leone
I
in
could
this.
just, I'll duck next to that crate.
If it's going to hit someone else, this is the moment we all learn that can happen. Because that will affect the way we forever fight as a party.
Okay. So Leone like sticks her tongue out and like carefully aims.
Uh-huh.
Oh, in concentration.
Yeah.
There's the like sound of wooden cranking like as these wooden pegs like latch across wooden gears as this thing moves
She has
around.
the little glasses on too to help, just to make sure she's super
Oh.
accurate. And once she thinks she's going to clear shot, she's going to firebolt.
Okay, so you're targeting the standing cleric walker.
Yes.
You're just using firebolt
Correct. Yeah.
and not firebolt.
No. Fire
A
the
bolt.
Yeah.
The cleric
Ignores the weapon, casts fire.
The cleric walker you're charging is going to use reckless attack against L.
Ah,
I have a question.
L? Sorry,
L, who
Bianca?
is playing Bianca.
yes,
Bianca, what do you get to now? You're
You
in the
have
chain.
to now.
I have to.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause you're in
being
the chain.
pulled into the chain.
That's it.
When does Jen's go off though? Or-
All
It all
simultaneously.
goes together. So declarations as to who targets who with what.
I will withdraw
Okay.
because I was trying to get out of range.
Lorenzo, would you like to target this thing? Or?
Yes.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I'm going to use bludgeon.
Okay. Well, for the sake of the narrative, Leone, you and I are going to roll. Now, you had a question. And if you
yes.
two are, if you're necessary,
We'll do it later.
you'll have to
Yeah,
roll for defense.
yeah.
In fact, let's do that first. Let's do Bianca and the cleric walker.
Okay.
So the cleric walker has scored 2 successes,
4.
and it's defended.
Yes.
So you basically, the cleric walker lunges out wildly with its arms, and you just duck, dodge, and you can withdraw at the end of combat. You're safe.
Oh, what did it? It got 2.
You don't need to roll. I don't care.
Okay.
3 success. As I specifically said, for the sake of narrative and excitement, let's let the crossbow
Yes,
fire,
absolutely.
and then
I
we'll
forgot
worry.
it after you said that.
Okay.
My question is,
Yes.
so when we use our ability, we pair it with our training. We also pair it with something else. I don't know what the something else is of
Yours
mine.
is intelligence.
It is, sick.
Yeah.
6 dice, baby.
Whoa.
What's your intelligence?
3.
And what's your training in?
3.
A mechanist. Okay. So 6 dice. Yeah.
dice, yeah.
All right. I got 2
Counts.
successes.
Boo!
That's a tie.
I was tied.
A tie. Can you read?
Tie.
Can you just maybe describe? Just what's the firebolt say? Well, what's your weapon do?
It consumes 1 ammunition.
So you loaded 1 ammo last round.
Sure did.
You consume 1 ammo to use firebolt, and
Sure
it does weapon damage. Is that all it does?
It doesn't have any pluses or anything.
What weapon damage do you do with your weapon? It's on the document that I sent you. I know it, but it's
Wait, what?
Dave is just dangling the
on the
information.
entire document
Maybe
I wrote just for you
Entire
about your
document.
weapon. And I shared it with you.
Yeah,
and
but that's meant to be in card form, isn't it?
there's no cards for weapons. You didn't write it on your character sheet after I sent it to you? Jen. Tut.
What
I don't even know what you
we
sent
are
it
used to Pokemon where our weapons,
right.
aka
All
the
right.
Pokemon, had cards with all the information
I'm
on
sorry.
All right.
For
no,
reference,
no.
Arvin is currently on all fours trying to get other people's fluids out of his own throat.
Just out of interest, how much damage did your weapon do? Al?
Previously,
Just in total, it does 3. Okay,
Yes,
so
which has PS2.
this heavy Arbalast does 0 damage at close range. It does 7 damage at range. It also has PS2, so it ignores 2 points of armor. So as Lorenzo successfully swings his hammer in for a brutal hit, it like hits the back of this cleric walker and makes it stumble forward just like a few steps. Might make you feel slightly culpable when there is the whip shot of like a ballista, the string on this ballista bolt flacking forward, and then a bolt the size of a spear just shoots straight through this thing's chest, and the walker is thrown like 2 or 3 meters backwards. And arms reflexively grab onto this thing, which then lodges into the ground. And this bolt is like probably, it's pretty much as thick as Leone's wrist. It's this huge branch going through it, and it just spasms on the ground, arms flicking,
Someone's happy.
back arching, arms flicking, and then suddenly like and falls perfectly still.
Leone shouts, Hayit, and says, it worked.
Did you just say yeet?
Hayit.
Yeet. It's like
My
all of a sudden,
goodness.
like quiet, and like turn over to Leone, like
You've been carrying that around the whole time.
Yes.
this is the invention.
Yes, it works.
What are you trying to do? Kill everyone?
No, just that thing.
How old are you?
Yes.
This is so dangerous for you to be.
Tis more, it's better than the other version.
I'll
But
turn around.
I think at least this one is alive. We could question it and see if it has
I
any
wouldn't touch it
consciousness.
if I were you.
I perk up.
Arvin.
I perk up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's Arvin looking?
I'm sorry, Leone, I missed it.
Oh,
Next
Arvin,
time.
are you okay?
Goose.
No, I'm not okay.
We need to get you to a healer.
What are they doing? Are they eating?
All
I mean, I guess you kind of tasted it. Can you
I'm
taste anything?
sort of like get up on my knees like, I'm a physician, I can deal with it.
They have hit you with some sort of toxin or poison.
You might say that.
We need to get back to town.
They're eating something. Were they eating our supplies?
They're eating they're eating the crystals. That's what the crunching was.
They ate the crystals.
Yes, that was my first clue as to they were completely
They
messed
must
up.
be insane.
Can I go over and investigate all of this stuff that's...
You may.
At the table?
Absolutely. Make an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm gonna busy myself going through my satchel, like taking out certain concoctions and taking a swig of one of them.
Give me just lavender in my mouth.
This one's just the straight up like alcohol, like something to
you-
burn
you
the
catch
flavor out.
The aroma of whiskey.
I'm going to pair,
I got
I'm
pairing
going
it with
to
intelligence.
Pairing, yeah, it's just three successes. Looking over the supplies, you see that it is mostly the blue vitriol, which has been completely torn apart and destroyed. But from looking at this, you note that it seems like this has been here for a little while, like a few days, and it seems like that this pile, this order of blue vitriol, has like taken them time to like pull the boxes out and chew on and break. There's also, as you survey the area, there's footprints everywhere. Like you get the sense that they've been sort of shambling around and then like getting crazed and running over and like eating crystals. And they've clearly been here for a couple of days doing this. The whole setup is being pulled apart multiple times. It's not just they've just got there. Everything is strewn everywhere. All the supplies are thrown out of it as if like mad people were desperately looking for something they'd lost.
Does this look like it can even be salvaged? Is
Cool.
this the
I'm
shipment
gonna-
entirely in ruins?
Get up. I'm going to say, I will take a look at that in a minute.
We need to get you
Priorities.
looked at.
No, people. People are priority. And I go over to
You are
the fallen
people.
person. Yes, I'm fine. I smell horrible, but I'm
Yes, I
fine.
can
Are you
attest to
sure?
that.
Yes, it just threw up on me.
Can I use survival to check? Just to see
yeah.
if
Yeah, and I'm going to go attend to the one that doesn't have a
I got 2.
large telephone pole through them.
He seems
What's
like
the
he's
telephone?
covered in vomit. He seems hurt too. You can actually see that where this vomit has Arvin's now mostly wiped it off, but where it landed, his skin is already blistered in places, as if it does seem to be like first degree, second degree, at not even second degree really, but it looks burnt. And you don't have. You know what? You actually probably would have as a mason. It reminds you of the occasions you've seen people mishandle some of the acids that are used in masonry, and it looks like an acidic burn, which is not pleasant. Thankfully, it also looks not to be like an alchemist's acid. It looks to be just ridiculously acidic vomit.
Bile, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to kneel down next to this individual, and my
There's a
physician's
soft
training.
breathing coming from the
Yeah,
body.
he's going to take over. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do or at least learn from what has happened here.
Okay. Can I get you to make?
Like, I've already sort of made the assumption that, you know, these people, as I said before, are far gone. You know, that they seem to have lost their humanity, but I need to know at least how it happened and
Looking for clues.
hopefully prevent it happening again.
Can I get at this stage a knowledge check from you?
Knowledge? Base, no knowledge?
While he's doing this, Bianca is furiously trying to clean her sword on the grass.
And something you noticed is that these two, their bleeding has not been profuse. Like, it's really odd. Their blood is thick. It's like not quite treacly, but it's close to. So your sword is covered in dark blood that
Having a Macbeth
slides off, and yeah, it's
Damn
not.
spot.
You would expect from stabbing someone that there would be wells of blood coming out, but this ooze came out, and it's just
Ugh.
Icky.
it's a bit odd. How many successes did you get?
4.
4 successes.
Ooh.
As you look at this body, you recall the studies or the conversations that your parents had, textbooks you've gone through, and you feel that this is not the realm of medicine that a physician would be able to help with. You feel that you would need a humorist. So basically someone who studies the 4 humors and the balance of the humors. And you feel that the humors in this person are wildly and dangerously out of balance. And you know that when people's humors are out of balance, it can lead to a lot of medical problems, but it can also lead to really bad psychological problems. So most sort of behavioral issues are attributed to an imbalance of the 4 humors. And you are seeing in the way their blood is dripping, in the way that their sort of mucus is pouring out of them, that there is something very wrong with their 4 humors. Which I guess the intent of the thing was to determine what was sort of wrong with them. You would probably need to do a deeper investigation with equipment to kind of diagnose or try, and that's a longer process.
Yeah.
But yes, you've determined that there's nothing physically, you can't see any injuries on them aside from what they've self-inflicted.
Yeah, I'm basically triaging.
Yeah, effectively what you're aware of is it seems like whatever is afflicting them, if something's afflicting them, has caused their humors to be wildly out of balance.
All right.
To points you've never, ever seen before.
Are the humors the one that's like choleric and...
Yes.
Yes.
The
Other-
sanguine,
the other
choleric,
sanguine,
melancholic,
yeah.
and sanguine, choleric, melancholic, and gosh, the last one.
Nice.
Pus.
It'll come to me in a sec. Phlegmatic.
Oh,
Yeah.
gonna say dark humor, but all right.
Phlegm.
Yeah, phlegm.
This
Phlegm, yellow bile, black bile, and blood.
This crystal they chew on, is this the same substance that the miners are extracting? They extract copper and what was the name?
Yeah,
Well, you went
Blue
to the
vitriol.
mine, right?
The vitriol, yes.
Did you see that?
yes.
Well, I did, and I did find it strange that there was this sickness, a cough, that seemed common, and in fact, this person died recently who was extracted, I think, died of the same cough.
Sickness from the mines, you're thinking.
Perhaps
Is that possible?
from the substance, maybe subtle from inhalation, but direct from consumption. But why they would eat it, I do not know.
Well, if this one's still alive, maybe we have to take them back to a physician or something at
I think
the
it
town?
would be best.
They're beyond my help. That's what they need.
Is there a way we can avoid touching it too much? Perhaps tie it up with a rope and put it on the cart. Does the cart look salvageable?
Functionable.
Can we tie the cart up to the horse?
It's damaged. You need to repair it.
Oh, and I start pulling wood out from my.
Yep.
From your pockets?
This is an audio format. I do appreciate the hand up, Jen.
Not
but
to you. Not to you. I can fix it.
Oh. Yes, of course.
It's
And
not
I
another
hand
crossbow
the
thing,
wood
is it?
over to Leonie.
I fix the car.
you need to make an engineering check, challenge level 2.
Bam!
4 successes.
Fix
right.
the crap out of that cart.
Leone replaces broken planks that are basically integral, realigns one of the wheels, and probably takes about 10 minutes to fully fix the cart. And it's still got a wobble to it. It's not great, but it's functional.
Ta-da.
I feel like we need a sound effect of that
Impressive.
building sound from like Age of Empires.
Yes,
like
like-
hammer it's just
Yeah.
fresh
We
every
also
time.
need a crossbow, like cranking a crossbow.
Yeah, we totally do.
You could use it as like, what are those things that hold the cars up when you go?
A jack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could
So
always
wheels.
use the crossbow as that.
I'd also like to go retrieve my bolt, if possible.
Okay.
Has the creature perished
It is
on
very
it?
perished.
Great. I try to pull it out of the crew.
Okay, can
Please
you
put
make a
that
power check?
machine away.
How do you have the stomach
Challenge level.
for this?
2.
B.
2.
Leone plants a foot on the chest of this body, and then there's a crackling sound as a bolt is retrieved from the chest with this dark, thick blood drooping from the end of it.
Oh, still fresh.
Leone. This is a lot of violence from such a small person.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It works. That's all that does matter.
Please be careful with that. I'm sure other things matter, such as the safety of citizens.
I mean, it saved you.
Debatable, but
I
We,
go
we
pack up
should
my
get a
blister.
move on. We don't know, like perhaps this woman, if she is without this substance, could detox and return to life.
yes.
I'm going
Yes.
to go through the.
Mate, I'm not laughing at the possibility. I was just laughing at the fact that, like, man, she would look in the mirror at her teeth and just be like, great, I'm so glad I broke all my teeth eating crystals while I was going mad.
I'm going to go through the basically the manifesto of our cargo to see
Yes.
how much we've lost.
There's a little bit damaged, probably about 20% damaged. All the blue vitriol is destroyed, which was financially quite expensive. And although no one at the table, I guess, knows this, was the thing that you in particular were waiting on the delivery of. Now, everything else is fine. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to check around the area, or are we good?
I mean, I'd like to ask Arvin, what did you even want this blue crystal for? It seems dangerous.
Well,
Oh, you don't know that he wanted it. Oh,
It's part of the
guild
supply.
did. Yeah, cool.
well, if you eat it, of course, the rock's dangerous if you eat it.
What is this? What you use in your little potions?
Yes, of course.
Right. In all of them?
No, it's ludicrously expensive and quite rare.
Oh. Why would they eat them if it was expensive?
That I cannot answer.
No.
Not for the life of me.
Meanwhile, at Allegrano Castle, a noble drops a pearl into a glass of champagne and laughs as the vinegar dissolves it before they drink it.
Do they do that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Egyptians and Romans and stuff, the amount of stuff they did. Yeah.
Drinking pearls?
Yep. Because it was expensive.
My
Because
God.
it was
Wealthy people.
Crazy.
Yeah.
We should get out of here, I think.
Yeah.
We throw a body onto the cart. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
And I will use the extra rope that I got to bind them.
I will slowly guide my horse over
Okay.
and try to make sure it
And I'd like
doesn't
to
frighten and
Check
run
the
away.
bushes nearby. Most because having a look at these two individuals, do they look like they could have been locals?
Yes, they seem to be wearing similar garb to the miners.
Cool. I would like to check the surrounding area to see if the courier or any part of them is around.
Make a
still.
survival check, challenge number 2.
Wait,
I was about to say anyone else can help you if they want, but unless
they-
other people are busy.
Sorry, what are you doing?
The bushes.
Checking the bushes.
Yes.
The
Searching for the person
courier.
the courier.
Yeah, I'm an investigator. Kind
I'm helping
of
the
person.
body onto
You're doing the body
cart.
on the cart?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might load the other body on the cart as well.
Okay, so that gives you 1 extra dice from Al. That's it.
Yay!
2 successes.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm helpful.
Upon walking around the peripheral, did you have your neg 1 from being poisoned?
no.
Oh, dear.
Now, how do we work out which one to
Now,
take?
I want to. How important is this to you? Because I think just roll 3 dice again. That includes the bonus, though.
Yeah.
2 successes. It was meant to be.
That was actually 3 successes.
3 successes. I can't see. It was meant to be.
Easy.
Okay, so as you walk around the periphery, Arvin and Bianca sort of scouting out, you kind of do opposite semicircles and then almost meet up at the same point. As you notice, there is some bushes and twigs and things that are all disturbed and look to be broken. But you note on one particular twig, there's a little catch of fabric that looks like it's been torn from someone's clothes, but it's a different color to what the two cleric walkers are wearing, like white, simple miner's clothes. But this looks like it's sort of a burgundy jacket.
All right, I'm going to call out Bianca and draw attention to this.
Does it look expensive?
No.
Commoner's clothing. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
It's probably from a commoner,
The courier? Are
most likely out here.
there any footprints?
There's not so much footprints as just signs that someone has ran through here. It's quite overgrown. This isn't an area people walk through. So it looks akin to just like there's lots of overgrowth that someone's like ran through it. So there's lots of broken trees and bushes.
Well, if you'd like my advice, I think we should head back to the town, distribute these people, and come back maybe to have a proper investigation tomorrow.
Or we could look slightly further for someone who might be injured.
But what if those things wake up again?
Well, the one that's currently bound to the cart.
We're like kicking him and like shoving him in.
No, we're
If it
not.
can shoot through crystals, I think it
You
can
mount
shoot
the armless
through
at the
rope.
other end of the cart, just staring at them like, come on.
Wake up.
Reverend for the
All right.
dead. They were
Have a
people
quick look.
once.
Yeah, once.
If we can't find them quickly, then we will come back. That is the clever thing to do with a larger party.
Yes.
But we will just
All
see
right.
if they're just around the next tree.
Okay, I will accompany you.
Yeah. We'll
Let's go.
go for a bit further, see if we can find any more signs.
There are signs for the next like 30, 40 meters as you of tracks pushing out, continuing. It looks hurried, fervent, and like someone just sprinted through here.
No signs of
But it's
blood.
going in a no signs of
Okay.
blood. But yeah, it's going in a direction that's like not back to the path.
They might have left a long time ago.
It's true, and there
They
is no
seem
signs
to
of
be
blood.
running. Yes.
So it doesn't look like they're injured. Hopefully, merely startled. We can let the town know they can do a search.
Was the direction away from the town?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And the person was not a local.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
And this happened a little bit of time ago.
Yeah. I think there's very little luck that the two of us will stumble upon him. So
No.
at this point, I agree that we should now turn back, and we can again alert the town.
Yes, well, they don't exactly tell you how to do this in the Cavalier manual, so I think that's probably the best thing to do.
No, it's all right. I mean, kids probably go missing. The forest isn't too far, so they're probably.
Yes,
used to
You were
Maybe
about an
they'll know where
hour
they've
from the
gone.
town
Okay.
by foot. Yeah.
But you just described there's a forest near the town.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah.
forest in the town. Yeah.
Yeah, so not the
Yeah.
same forest, but still.
Okay, let's head back before anything else comes at us, shall we?
We have what we need, and we've at least done what we can for who we can help.
By the time they arrive to the cart, I'll say we're all loaded up and ready to go.
Do you tell them what you saw and what you found?
Yeah, there are signs that the courier has basically legged it out further into the forest.
Can't blame them if they saw these.
Why did the courier come in this direction anyway? Just stupidity or intentional?
No, just the gist I got was basically that either he was given bad information as a joke, or he just didn't know the area and figured that this was a shortcut. It is not.
Bad information is a joke. Do you
But
mean that people know
perhaps-
this is dangerous already?
Well,
Oh.
if these people, I sort of say, indicating to them on the cart, knew they wanted this substance, perhaps that they could have given the bad information, knowing they were leading them off
Setup.
track.
Yeah. I don't see how they could be coherent enough to do
Well-
a con like that, though.
Before, like, it seems if this substance has this effect, they may have been lower level addicted and more competent.
You feel they lost themselves after having
Well,
run
an
such a scam.
unlimited supply.
Like a craving.
It seems they were ravenous when we came across them.
Yes, well, let's just make sure that one stays unconscious and let's head back
Sure.
quickly, shall
By
we?
bad information, I simply meant that they were possibly told about a crappy road. I very much suspect that they had no idea about what was here.
There are too many pieces of a puzzle here.
Yes, we can't really rule it out, though.
Sure.
Have to investigate to narrow it down. I think we should go back and speak to the town members, see if they recognize any of these people tied to our cart.
And as we
So you're having a lot of fun investigating everything in the town, aren't you?
I'm not really having fun, it's my job. Just as you take your alchemy seriously, I take mine seriously.
Larry looks at the horse and then looks at you, Bianca, and goes, "Are you sure you don't want to check? You could just ride down there."
Well, we had a good look, and it's
Yes,
been a
but
while
it will
since
take you
the
like 5
courier
minutes
came out here.
to ride.
You're really keen to get rid of me, aren't you?
No.
A nice
I
try.
just think it's smart.
I think it would be better to come back when we don't have this luggage.
Amelia's dead. It's not going anywhere.
No, one of them's still alive. I still vote back
Yeah,
in
it
town.
contemplates like. Not anymore. Okay.
I mean, no one's anyone's boss.
No.
So
Well, one of them
I
thinks
am a
that they're the
small
boss.
child. I'm not going in the scary forest, Dave. Have you not heard of fairy
Okay.
tales? I will get eaten.
sure.
Sure.
But I'll
All
send
right.
the other young woman in there by herself.
Lorenzo
You're a
wouldn't,
horse.
Lorenzo wouldn't let you go alone. I'm just saying.
All right.
What would
I'm
your
gonna
character
split the
do?
party.
Huh?
I'm gonna split the party.
We'll just say. What would your character? What's the only thinking?
Leonie strips her arbalist back on her back and says she's going
What are you doing?
Where are you going?
to check.
But we're loaded up to.
Yeah, go on without me.
You can't go by yourself. That's dangerous out
I mean,
there.
I have.
You saw what
the
we
thing.
came
I
across
have
already.
It's big. I'll be fine.
It took you so long to set that on
But it's
fire.
worth it.
Listen,
Well, look,
I can still
it's-
beat people over the head with the
no,
sticks. It's fine.
I can beat people over the head.
Can you? You seemed
Arvin
a
is in
little
no
out
s-
of it in that battle.
Well,
I mean, you still beat them.
in it enough to at least fell one of them. Well,
yeah. Yeah.
It was very soul crushing for me to inflict pain upon someone living.
Well, we were
Though
attacked first. Remember that.
Yes, out of self-defense, of
Yes.
course. I will step in for my friends. But look at the state of Arvin. We need to avoid conflict, and if you insist on going in there alone, I will not allow you to be armed. So
We should get Arvin back to town.
you take Arvin.
Yeah.
I will supervise Leone, and we will catch up.
Well, need I remind you that part of my job here is to make sure the guild is being responsible and taking appropriate risks and having safety
I am
measures.
appropriately making sure Leone is safe.
Okay, so you take.
You need to appropriately ensure Arvin is looked after, and we get these bodies back to town.
I'm gonna go up to Leona while they're talking. It's like, I understand that you're trying to do something, Leone, but I, as the person responsible for this expedition, never mind Bianca, I can't let you leave my jurisdiction.
Yes.
And the amount of people that you'd need to search the forest, you can't do that by yourself, let alone with Lorenzo. That's why we turned back.
What do you think you might find? What is it that has you wanting to go?
The person that's missing. The courier.
It's not like they have
Gestures
anything
to
that
the
we need.
tracks with the bit of.
Yeah.
But they're probably just fleeing. Finding them sooner rather than later. They didn't seem injured. It's not going to make that much of a difference.
Well, that is your decision. I'm going either way. Leona turns and walks off.
Is she always like this?
Strong-willed. She came here all the way from her country.
Going to get
Stomp,
herself
stomp.
killed.
Footsteps as
Oh,
you cross the
well,
precipice of the woods. The three of you are having that bickering, and like already you're crossing the precipice out of the clearing.
I will be back with Leone soon. I'm sorry, I can. She's so small, and I like walk after her.
Is she walking off out of the clearing or like down the road?
Down the tracks, right?
Yeah,
Following
yeah,
the tracks.
Yeah.
Can the
All
cart
right.
go down there?
I think.
No.
I think we've split.
Oh, no, not really. The cart can't go down there. But you also described that you've tied up the unconscious
Yeah.
one and the other one is dead. Yeah. You've either split the party or you haven't.
We've
Are
split.
you guys following?
I cannot leave.
Okay. then.
Okay.
I wasn't making that up.
So you run after Leone.
I'm responsible. I can't return and be like, oh, I lost my two juniors. Soz.
I'm not going to stay here by myself next to these creepy things.
All right. Well,
Can we fit two people on a horse?
You don't even think your horse would be able to get down there.
Really?
Comfortably. Like you
I'm
could.
not leaving
Do you,
my
the
horse.
question is, do you want your horse to potentially get all cut up by push? I mean, look, to be honest, I'm going to refer to the horse owner.
Tie up the horse. Don't take
Would you walk a horse through like bushes and low brambles and stuff like that? It just seems like
and there'd be low, like there'd be
But you'd
branches, there's
leave, you'd
branches,
leave a
yeah.
horse next to
Yeah.
slumbering undead
tied up.
it'll eat them. I mean, you could stay and guard the car.
horse.
The horse will be fine. You can tie up the horse.
As you contemplate this, there is as a little bubble of snot pops in one's nose as it slowly breathes.
I don't like this, Arvin.
Arvin's halfway away, right?
I'm just talking to him as he disappears.
it's like, we're going after the courier, Bianca. It's up to you what you want to do.
What time is it of day, roughly?
It was like
Early
lunchtime,
afternoon,
wasn't it?
yeah, like 1
It's
o'clock.
not that late.
I'm going to wait here. If it starts getting dark and you're not back, I'm going to go back and get back up.
Well, who here is carrying the tent?
You want to use the tent?
No. That is to the party. Who is carrying the tent? Was it you on the
I
horse?
think it.
It's
Yeah.
me
It's
and the
all-
horse.
Out of character, out of
Yeah.
character.
So you have all the sleeping apparatus. So,
Yes.
So if anyone wants to just like not just lying on the ground, they're gonna have to come back.
That is a good point. Be sure to pass that on.
You underestimate.
Leone, can you make a survival check as you attempt to follow these tracks? Challenge level 2. As Leone stomps off into the woods, describe your journey as you roll.
Well, as I say, can I use intelligence instead of wisdom?
How would your intelligence assist you in this? in this?
Intelligence being what I know of the forest. So knowing that it's like dark. That
Yeah,
to watch
it's
out
not.
for
It's
trip
kind of
for-
light. It's kind of yeah.
Yeah, just not trip on stuff, to just keep a really
more
close eye
wisdom.
on.
That's
Isn't that
wisdom.
survival
That's more
though?
wisdom.
That's literally what survival does.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay, I'll use wisdom. then.
If you had any particular like knowledge of the area or way to be clever about it, yeah.
How
but
long would it take me to catch up to?
Not long if you're walking fast. She only stomped off like.
I'm going to jog up to her and assist in the manner of pointing out literally the path I found.
Okay, but you only did follow it for like 30, 40 meters. So yeah, you can get, you get an
take
extra
it at least
dice.
that far.
Challenge level, sorry.
3
Three.
successes.
Yay.
Leone, describe your adventure through.
slightly to
What are
the
you
right.
looking for? What are you doing?
Leonie puts her glasses on and holds them to her face because they don't stay on her face. And just sort of keeps a really close eye on the tracks on the ground. And that's it. She actually doesn't pay too much attention. She kind of lets herself get a little bit scraped and like trips on things, but she doesn't lose sight of the tracks.
And Lorenzo and Arvin catch up, and the little trio are now beholden to Leone's whimsical decision to chase off after this courier. And I think overall this little bit of tension is very appropriate, given what's just happened for the first time for a bunch of young people to have effectively potentially just killed someone. You don't know how Leone's processing that. Like there's stuff.
Is she?
Well, but how people react to shock and trauma is not necessarily how they're reacting to shock and trauma. I don't know Leone's character, but I definitely know some people seeing that can be completely fine, and then 12 o'clock at night they're going to break.
Yeah.
So how long do you follow these tracks for?
You just keep going.
Okay, indefinitely.
Yeah, pretty much.
First couple of minutes pass. Is it tense silence or is it?
Yeah, I mean, Lorenzo's in shock in terms of his processing stuff. He's just thinking he's used to hitting stuff and it being hard.
Oh yeah, there was
making
a
squelch
crunch
noises.
and ribs breaking
And goo and there was a person there. Whether they were there in that moment or not, like he's holding on to a lot of angst about the humanity he attacked, even though it was in defense.
Yeah, I'm going to be quietly sort of just keeping an eye on where Leone is heading, but also now that I'm done with everything else, I'm going to be attending to myself, like sort of bandaging like all the scrapes and scratches I've taken.
And you do notice now that it's been, 15 minutes since the incident, maybe half an hour since the incident, Arvin, that you are, you're starting to feel hot. You're feeling sweaty in your clothes. Your forehead's feeling a bit hot. You're starting to feel a little bit unwell, and like there's something is becoming off with you as you continue to walk.
I don't like that.
And you walk for about 10 minutes following this track until Leone. Suddenly, the sky opens before you in the sense that the shrubbery, the bushes, the trees just stop, and you see canopy as opposed to branches. And stopping in your tracks, you look down and you see there's about a 4-meter drop directly in front of you, and mud and earth that has slipped like a landslip. And you hear the running of a water, and you look down and there's a river running.
Landslide?
It is a landslip. It's a different thing to a
They're
landslide.
different? How are they different?
It's about the category of how much land is moved. So a landslip is basically like a small amount
Just a
going.
little bit.
But a landslide is like
Huge.
half a mountain falling off.
The more you know.
Yeah. That's my like Vic SES experience. We had to give it the right category. Can I get an acuity check from you? Acuity check.
A cutie check.
John
Challenge
gets
level.
bonuses for these. I remember.
Challenge level is only 2.
Oh, I had crafty. I could have had an advantage on the thing.
That's a none.
So yeah, none.
No successes.
Nope.
Someone's lost in thought.
And with your short-sightedness, you looking around, you don't see anything much of interest. Arvin and Lorenzo both sort of arrive beside Leone to this landslip.
Do you want to use your
The
words?
gateway book.
Oh, yeah.
Use your words. I was trying to be subtle.
Leone sort of lets out a call into the forest, like a cooey.
Can we hear it from Leone?
Hold on.
I want to encourage you to do the thing rather than telling me you're doing the thing.
break the apple. Don't just say you're going to break the apple.
That's Jazz's motto.
Is that better? Oh, yeah, like a cooey.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you for
Arvin, Lorenzo, standing on the edge of this drop.
I assume I hear nothing back.
No.
Do we
Some
think
birds
that
flapping.
this person fleeing fell down here?
I know there's no obvious signs.
Make an acuity check.
Okay.
Make a cutie check.
We're just making individual ones?
Yeah, in this instance.
I failed my cutie check.
1.
2.
Arvin is the only one who spots it. As you look down and you look through the mud next to this running water, the river, it's probably caused the slip. You see a tossle of hair in some dirt, and then a very dirty and muddy looking face that sort of like it's covered half in dirt, but the face is like out of the dirt, in the landslip on the ground.
What do you see?
What?
Lorenzo, help me down here.
Do you have any more rope on you?
Yes, I do.
You bought 2 lengths.
I do.
Hey!
Be prepared.
Amazing! Oh, by the way, just a bit of fun. Can you just make an engineering check for
Can I make an engineer?
fact- who tied the body up?
I said
Leo?
Yeah. In fact, can you just tell me what your stats are for an engineering check? But in this case, I'm going to say engineering strength
Should be scared.
Okay.
or finesse, your choice.
Okay, it's the same either way. 4.
4 dice. Okay.
total?
No, I'll roll it because you shouldn't know the outcome of this.
Uh-oh.
This is how well did you tie those bonds?
minus 1.
Wait,
Minus
of the
1.
ones near me?
Yes. I just need to know.
Oh no.
Okay.
So Dave rolled to me. I have complete faith.
Okay. Good to know.
I go to scream in the distance.
Can I tie the rope to the tree? To a tree?
Absolutely. Can you make an engineering strength or finesse check, please?
That's right. I also just remembered because of my low pain threshold
Yes.
disabling feat, I lost 1 spirit in that battle.
Because you took more than 3 in one hit.
Because I'll assist you.
Is that the feat? Can you tell everyone what the feat is?
Yes, low pain threshold.
So this is something Arvin has?
Whenever your HP is reduced by 3 or more, lose 1 spirit also.
Okay.
Ooh,
So you lost an
rough.
additional spirit.
So I'm assisting Leone in tying up, and I'll leverage the
You're
rope
the-
as he
Cool.
spelunks.
So you
You're
get an
the
extra
power in
dice.
this duo. 3 successes.
You get an extra dice.
I
Yeah,
did.
that was
Oh, cool. 3 successes. You look like it seems like you've done a pretty good job of tying this rope up, which will assist whoever wants to climb down quite significantly.
I am theoretically small, but I don't know
No,
if I can
no,
pull.
no.
Okay.
Although, Arvin, are you even... How do you feel?
Workable.
It should not be me as much as I would volunteer. I'm too heavy.
Yeah,
No.
I need you to pull us up.
Yeah.
So it should be me. I go down, tie body, you guys pull me up. Easy. Oh, it's up. Them up.
I'm afraid she might be right.
I accept this.
Whee! I tied the rope to myself.
Okay, what physical check would you like to do to climb down?
I jump.
Oh my god!
I don't.
Cool. Your spine is broken in half, isn't it?
Lived fast, dived fast. Dived?
Deft of hand is more like
Not really. Yeah, deft of hand is like surgery. It's finesse with your fingers. It's not climbing.
any of these are fine. So like coordination or power, like
It's probably I'd say like more in the power or fitness side of things.
either of those are fine. Yeah,
cool. Okay.
Strength.
If you're rolling like fitness or power, yep.
Yeah,
Strength,
it's the
fitness.
same either way.
You do have advantage on this, which means you can re-roll
Fails.
up to 2 dice for advantage. It's your tier, yeah. So
Yeah.
re-roll up to 2 dice.
Okay.
This is due to the rope that you have advantage. Challenge level 2.
Okay, so I
You
can
can
re-roll
re-roll up
two.
to 2.
Oh,
Nah.
no.
Can I? Oh, do we have knack and grit?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will use it for this. I really don't want to.
Okay.
Die. Can I still?
Yeah.
So you're using a nat.
How many do we have? Sorry.
However
it's
many.
equal- yeah.
So you have 3 mind?
Yes.
So you have 3.
Okay, so now I have 2.
Yep.
And you have 1 grit if
And
you
I
have one body.
Correct. And I've got to change.
Okay. So Leone slips, but with a moment of ingenious thinking, had sort of wrapped that rope around and catches in the right way to stop the rapid fall before recovering and managing to climb down to the bottom. And you reach the ground where you can see the face in the dirt.
I do the little like wipey wipe.
Okay.
Are they alive?
Make a survival check.
What am I checking for?
General medicine. Like, are they alive?
Okay.
Why?
I was going to try and pair it with intelligence
You can.
again.
With this?
Yeah.
Intelligence in this is like perfectly fine because you're diagnosing, you're determining are they. You can use your knowledge and your deductive reasoning to work that out. 3 successes.
Nice.
As your hand brushes all the stuff off their face, their cheek twitches involuntarily.
I jump back.
Okay.
Are you okay?
And you see the dirt rising very softly around their chest and falling very softly.
Oh, it's alive. He's awake, alive, something.
Tie him up. We'll lift him.
I dig around to sort of get him out. Is him a him?
It's
He?
a man, yes.
Yeah. So I dig around.
You see a man.
Good thing I've
You
got
see a
some.
man. He seems to have a scraggly stubble and is covered in dirt. He seems to be in his early 30s, of a kind of average build and weight. Pretty much a generic, just a guy. Be like me or Murray.
Would I have...
Just a guy.
Just a guy.
Wow.
Would I have...
What?
Very uninspiring.
Yeah. You call yourself just a guy, but call someone else just a guy.
I think we fit the fairly like an average build and an average size is all I was saying. And he's devilishly handsome.
Why aren't I just a guy? Why wasn't I included in the just a
And
guy?
Jazza.
Okay.
I just what I meant is purely like size and build, like average height, average build. Okay, fine.
Average guy.
He's more like Murray than me because he's like 6 foot instead of being like 5'10" or whatever. But yeah, it's fine.
No, what a big deal.
That's what we wanted.
Okay, so
A question. Does everyone carry water with them? Only if they have rations that have water with them?
I have water.
If you have a water skin.
yeah, if you have a capacity to carry water.
Never mind.
Okay.
I tie the guy up.
Okay, make an engineering check.
You're near a river. Also, you could ask us.
Yeah, you are right next to a river.
Oh, I go over to the river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I clap my hands, because I don't have anything to carry
Yeah.
this with. Clap my hands and try to like splash water on his face. But not
Okay.
waterboard him, just like...
He-
No one thought that until you said that.
I tried to
I
give him
wouldn't put
water,
it
but I
past
don't
Leone.
waterboard him.
you try and
have caveats on every sentence.
you clean his face a little bit, and he twitches once or twice more, but he doesn't wake up.
Great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I tie him up.
Okay, make
sorry,
an
yes.
engineering and either finesse or strength check.
It's the same either way. Challenge level...
4 is a good result.
Beautiful.
Sometimes it's a challenge level. Sometimes it's like, let's see how well you do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So 4 is equivalent of like a very difficult job. So you did a very good job. Cool. You tie him up around the shoulders, around the waist, supportive.
Okay, pull him up. And I kind of assist in pushing him up.
Okay, so whoever's pulling, I'm gonna need a some kind of physical test, power test, and you're gonna get 2 extra dice.
Got
And
it.
I will help.
Yeah, from the 2 of them helping.
Challenge level.
Probably a 4. It's not easy to drag a dead weight body up a hill.
Dead.
All right.
Whoa, look at all those dice and those terrible rolls.
4.
Just got it.
So it still takes a lot.
Oh yeah, it's a huge
9
amount of
dice.
work as you're fully dragging dead weight that is also half buried in dirt, and you see Lorenzo grit his teeth, but also, his shirt sort of gets a bit wet with sweat as these massive. But like to be in a moment of genuine, like it is one of the first times you see Lorenzo like fully
Use
utilize
all
his
of
physicality,
might. Yeah,
right?
like maxed out.
So there's some bulging muscles involved, right?
Yeah.
Some bulges.
He's breaking a sweat. It's impressive. Yeah.
And as you pull, as this man is pulled from the dirt,
Someone else watching us.
you notice as he's pulled upwards and his feet slide out.
You made it worse. You didn't make it worse.
I can't. What's the secret bit? I have to inflict it on other people. It can't just be me.
Sorry, as you were.
Lorenzo's a very handsome man,
Dave.
right?
As you
Just
see,
a guy.
it's fine. As he slides out of the dirt, you see there's some patches of dried blood on his clothes.
Oh no.
And as his legs leave the soil, you can see that one of his legs, is clearly bent at an odd angle. And there's like blood patched around his leg.
And probably dirt and now stuff in
Oh,
it
it's
too.
full of dirt. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh yes.
yucky.
Oh yes.
All right.
And you managed to drag him up
Yeah.
to the surface.
I yelled to you guys.
We're right here.
Look, down here.
Oh, you're right. You didn't come up.
No, yeah, I'm trapped. Do you have any water?
Yes,
Once
Rations.
you've done.
I've got a water skin.
Yeah, that includes water.
Yeah.
Maybe if clean
But you
the
haven't
wound
had to use them yet.
and then
so
toss it down and I'll fill it
water's
up for you.
fine. You can refill water for free.
It's still full.
Use it on the wound and then give it to me and I'll
as in
fill it
you
back
will
up for
fill
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do.
I help.
Okay.
We'll clean him up a bit and throw our water skins down.
Okay, so does that involve like taking his clothes off? Like, how are you addressing this wound in his trousered legs? Is that the wound you're looking at?
Yeah,
I'll have
if
seen
it's, like,
stuff
below
like
the
this in
knee,
the
I'll
quarries
just
now
trim
and then.
the-
So yeah, tie up to the wound to stop
So
blood
you
out and
Rip his pants off, or what are we doing
rip
there?
his pants at the point
At
of
the
the
leg,
wound.
okay.
And
At
use
the
that
knee.
length of leg to tie around
tie it
his
up?
thigh and tighten it.
As you rip the pants off, there is an immediate smell that hits you. And you look down at some very swollen, very, very ugly looking leg that is bloated and bulging with sort of some fair colors of purple and green and has a distinct pusses around an area where something has pierced the skin from the inside. Yes, it doesn't look very good.
This
I thought that was going in the direction of like nappy changing an adult.
this
You said
is
open the pants and it smelt bad.
Oh my god!
You're a child tonight.
I'm not. You said that.
His pants leg. His pants leg.
I was like, are you adding this into the roleplay that this guy shat himself because he was running away?
Oh my god!
Well,
I mean, he probably did at some point. But
All right, I'm gonna shush. You guys play.
you're not even here.
Bianca's somewhere just laughing
She's
to
like, I
herself.
want to give.
That's not even the only thing that could have been smelly.
Oh, Dave.
Oh boy.
He had a gangrenous wound.
Yeah. That's what yeah.
That's what I literally said.
Yeah. So
I fill up the water bottles and I toss them
I
back
said
up.
to Avan, oh, this is going to have to be amputated.
possibly, can I sort of ascertain what I can do here with my physician's kit and any of the alchemy available?
What does that
to
even
me?
let you do? That's not a real thing, is it? That's just part of your character. Is that an actual item? A physician's kit? Did I make this?
No.
Did we design
No.
this game?
No.
What is this? What is this? I'm like, this is news to me. Did I forget about writing rules for a physician's kit?
I like it though. It's
You
like a
can
herbal
you can make a check probably with alchemy and intelligence if you'd like,
Yep, okay,
which is going to be a pretty good check.
I just want to point out people in chat agreed with me.
Can I have the rope now?
About the poopy dog.
Of course, they agreed with you.
Can you what?
Can I have the rope now?
Yes.
Please.
I
Make
help.
a check to try and climb up.
I help
Oh,
Leonie.
do I have to tie myself up first or that's...
Let's just say you assist me and I'll roll for.
You're just going to pull her up.
Yeah.
Okay. Challenge level.
It's not.
Challenge-
It's not dead weight.
That's what I was saying. Challenge level 3, and you get an extra dice.
Yeah.
All right, I got 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. You do what you can. You have some alcohol that you can pour on the wound to like help a little bit. It probably is a bit too late.
I didn't roll so good.
I don't feel so good.
That's 2 success. No, one.
That's one success.
There's a lot of 3s there to be
I'm
fair.
going to need a band-aid someone else in a
So,
second.
Leone, I'm going to say you take 2 damage. We fail forward, and you, as Lorenzo is like pulling you up, and you're attempting.
You still is strength.
And you're attempting to
swinging
climb
in
up.
midair
I
and
know we're laughing.
Sorry.
As you're trying to climb, basically you lose your footing and you slam into the thing. And in all this, there's no communication. So then Lorenzo is like pulls you up the next thing. So you basically get pulled up across a bunch of rocks and branches and then yanked up onto the surface.
Oh, no.
You have a few scratches and like bruises. It's not too pleasant.
Oh, God. Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
This is a terrible day. We need to get back to town, but we found him. You were right, Leonie. We were right to
Oh
come
my
back.
God,
and-
what's wrong with this leg?
You also managed to, in the time they're doing that, you kind of like, how deep do you want to go on trying to fix this?
With sort of a good idea of like what should be done outside of
that's it. That's
town.
a given. But like, so you go on all the way to do as best you
Are
can.
you cutting this guy?
Yeah.
You rolled already. You rolled
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry, but Tickle Duck said it's the scene of Homer being pulled out of the canyon, which I exactly pictured. Sorry.
no, that is good.
So 2 health or 3 health? Sorry.
Two.
The amount that the roll was failed by is what you took. So you actually get his leg and pull it out, and there's like and it's swollen. It's like too late to do this super functionally. You probably
Wow.
You don't know germ theory. You're probably introducing more bacteria deeper into the wound. Doesn't matter.
no.
You're straightening it, and you manage to straighten his leg and then like sort of tie a branch to it to set it in place, so at least it's no longer protruding the flesh, because there was bone protruding flesh. And you did pour alcohol and clean up a lot of the pus and stuff around the outside. So you did everything to your best of your abilities. Just the situation might be untenable. And in that, there is a and suddenly this man's eyes burst open.
Yep. Cool. I thought you meant they literally burst. And I was like,
You are all ridiculous tonight.
sorry.
Where are your brains going? I just thought his eyeballs exploded.
We're so enamored and invested that we're hanging on to every word and taking it literally.
I agree. I'm so sorry.
And then he looked at me. And then he turned his head, and it was the scene from Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, and his head just melted.
It could happen. It could happen. We
Okay.
just saw zombies.
Oh,
Don't know what to
are
expect.
you okay? What? You slipped and fell in the slide. You need to rest. We will get you back to town.
Water? Water? Water.
Oh, yes, of course.
Do you still have the water skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tossed him back.
You feed him some water. He's clearly feverish as well from his injury. His eyes flit around, and he's like, You're not them.
Them?
No. We took care of them.
I'm saved.
You were running from those creatures.
Saved.
Just hold
And
on.
he clutches at his chest, like holding something. It seems like he's holding something underneath his shirt, and then he lets it go, and he's like, "Out, take me back."
Yes, you hold on.
We will try.
Thank you.
Be strong. And I load him over my shoulder.
Oh my goodness, you're going to carry him back?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a big, strong man.
I can't believe you said that unironically.
What? I am a big, strong, handsome man.
Can I get you to make a fitness check?
Okay.
Challenge level 3.
That's, can I? You can't be.
Power,
Yeah,
you lift
no,
him
okay,
easily.
you're right.
It's the journey that we're worrying
Yeah.
about.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. Challenge level 3.
Yep.
Oops.
This is just to get him without incident. 2 successes. Okay. So,
Can I be assisted?
Can we?
Sure,
assist
I'll
that?
grab
I mean,
his
sure.
leg.
how would you explain to me how you would assist this situation, and
You
then
can
you
see
can.
I'm struggling with him a
Oh,
little bit.
Can I help Jury rig like a baby Bjorn to your back with the rope? So then he's more stable on your back.
You can
That's-
have 1 extra dice. That makes enough sense to make sense.
Yes.
Okay, 3 successes. Thanks to the combined efforts of Leona and Lorenzo.
Pokemon flashback.
You managed to carry, and about 15, 20 minutes later, the group have been gone for about an hour.
I've been trotting back and forth anxiously on my horse.
But before they return,
Oh dear.
Bianca, you hear a from the cart,
Does it move?
and you turn your eyes to face the cart, and a hand moves slightly. And as it moves to the left, you see a coil of rope just snake through itself and fall limply next to it as its untied hand moves, as you realize these ropes were tied the worst you've like ever seen ropes tied, and it is basically just like immediately moves an arm, the bit on its arm untethers, and then like the bit on its chest just sort of unravels off.
No.
I rolled so badly.
Oh no.
They roleplay rolling as me.
Oh no. I want to whack it on the head with the flat side of my blade.
So you run over to it?
Yeah. Can I be on my horse and reach it?
You betcha on my
There's
horse.
an image of a kid with a stick running going,
Yeah, that's literally he's just patting it. She's just trying to whack it.
stop.
And you know, I know you guys would love to keep going.
No.
I know we'd all love to keep
We
going,
whack it on
right?
the head like a
It's 10:30.
whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us this week.
Can I roll to whack it?
Nope. We'll save that for next week.
Cliffhanger. Oh, I thought we
you're
just
all
got
alone.
past the cliffhanger.
Hey, that was good, but it was just a landslip, not a landslide.
That
wasn't
hanging
good.
on there.
Thank you. That was a real moment of support for you. That was not funny at all, but you were there for me. Thank you.
Kind of funny.
Also, by the way, I shouldn't tell you this, but if you hadn't helped him, he died. So there you go. Yeah, he was literally on the brink of. I mean, he might still die, but he was on the brink.
This is why I looked over at Dave and you looked so disappointed. And I was
I was like, something is happening where you've communicated telepathically. I'm like,
yeah, I knew he was so disappointed. So I was like, you know what?
GM bonuses. Mind
We
reading.
wouldn't leave someone behind.
No, I was just. I can't hide anything on my face. I have no poker face, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy's
why I
gonna
don't
just
look at
die.
you.
I didn't want to kill the guy, but I guess if they're not gonna search for him,
Leona doesn't leave people behind.
just kills them ruthlessly
You
with
left
a
the
crossbow.
behind.
It's true.
Morals are skewed. It's fine.
Not I don't count as a person.
no, it's cool. We've certainly seen how you can be practical and helpful if
Babylons.
ruthless.
Baby ons.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone, and thank you,
Speaking of practical and helpful,
the patrons.
right there.
Oh my
Super
gosh.
helpful.
Thank you.
And you know what else is practical and helpful is Legend Keeper. Go subscribe, use the code Tabletop Time, and get 1 month free. It really is a fantastic tool. I really love using it. I don't even subscribe to streaming services, but I'm subscribed to Legend Keeper. I've been subscribed to them like before we started talking to them. So yeah, it's really good.
We're
It's a good
genuine
tool.
fans. We asked to work with them because we love them and they're supporting what we do. So go check out Legend Keeper because we love them and you will too.
I do subscribe to one streaming service. I didn't want people to think I was lying. Everyone subscribes to a streaming service.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm not going to say which one it is, though. You have to guess.
Thanks for watching.
What a
Maybe
what a
sign
fun
up to the
game.
Patreon. He'll tell you.
This episode is totally over. It's over.